Good evening. Hey, call a friend. Thank you for coming in and being the first to comment tonight. Appreciate that. It's nice to see you again. Just going to wait for people to get their notifications and join. We'll see how long the Wi Fi holds up tonight. It's been bad all day, even on just regular work. It's been uh, it's been rough. So hey, Jendi. Thank you for coming back. It's nice to see you. Same for you, Kirsten and Z. So nice to see you again. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate that. So just giving a minute or two for people to get their notifications and hop on, and then we will get started. I like the background picture tonight. This was on a cruise I was on, and I was just sitting on the open deck at night, and it was beautiful. Hey, Maria. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you coming back. Oh, I guess we'll say hi to Sweets and Beyond. Hey, Sweets. Thanks for coming in again. It's nice to see you again. And Fancy Feast. Thank you so much. Appreciate you coming back. It's nice to see you. Joe Bob, hey buddy, I just saw you yesterday. Joe Bob makes the best chili con queso. It's so good. So we had chili con queso while we watched the basketball games yesterday. All right. Yes. Thanks, sweets. Everybody, please hit the thumbs up on your way in. Gingy with greetings to everybody. Same with Joe Bob. Same with Maria. Sweets and Beyond is laughing. And that's the color I would be, green, if I ate yucca. Ugh. Hey, Valti, so nice to see you again. Thank you for coming in. Yeah, all right. So let's see. Don't think I missed anybody. Well, Debbie. Hey, Debbie. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you being here. I hope you're enjoying some poutine. I sure would be, because I haven't had it in a while. Yeah, all right. So we got 15 people to kick this off tonight. I think that's so awesome. So thank you all for coming back and hearing everything, and yeah, it's so wonderful. So I guess we'll start out with I'll go through the weekend day by day. So Saturday morning, recently I made a decision um, to volunteer at my church. They have a special needs ministry, and special needs is something that has always been very near and dear to my heart. I I absolutely love special needs, children, adults, young adults, you name it. Hey, Cornhole, welcome in. Thank you for being here. So, uh, on Saturdays um, they have recreation for in seasons, different seasons for the special needs ministry. So baseball and softball ended 2 Saturdays ago. So this past Saturday, they started up some fishing at the lake, and that was so much fun to do. I haven't dug in a cup of dirt to get a worm in ages, but it was so wonderful to do. And just seeing it was a mix of all ages, male and female, all ages, and every single one of the special needs people who was there. Um, Either their mom or dad were with them, and that just made me so happy because I love seeing involved families, especially when your child has special needs, and so it was so much fun. So one girl, you could either fish off the dock, which is that was the area that I was assisting with. So baiting hooks, hooking those worms, which is a pain. Also, if I had to take fish off, I would take fish off. But it was wonderful. It really was. And to see the happiness when someone would catch a fish, that was so awesome. Um, I couldn't be happier just seeing the joy. And I hate, you know, I just hate how people with special needs can be discredited as not being able to do the same things as an able body, or they're still able bodied, but somebody who isn't special needs. And that's always bugged me. I think it's a complete opposite. They can do whatever they want, and they do, and they prove it all the time. And so it makes my heart so happy to see them happy. And so yeah, you could either fish off the dock or you could fish off the bank. So there was a nice bank of grass there, and the person who caught the biggest fish of the day was fishing off the bank. She caught a smallmouth bass, so still a good size. It was just a smallmouth, not a largemouth, but it was wonderful. Then the person who caught the most caught, gosh, it seemed like 7, maybe more than that. They were on the dock, and I'm going to say it's thanks to the team of volunteers, the way we baited the hooks. That's why we caught so many up on the docks. And so yeah, it was great. But so I already mentioned that there was a smallmouth bass caught. There was also brim, which are very, very, I'm not going to say big, they're small fish, but there's a lot of them. We have a surplus of them in our lakes in Florida and ponds as well. And then we also had bluegills. Somebody caught a reel. There was a reel that had fallen in the water, and somebody got it. So that went into the other category. It was great. Hey, Cree, thanks for coming back. I appreciate you being here. It's always good to see you. So it was a lot of fun volunteering and doing that. And the thing that made me the happiest, the church that I go to has moved a couple times because we outgrow the facility that we're in. So at one of the previous facilities, I helped in special needs, and I used to shadow a little boy, and I'm not going to say his name, but I used to shadow a little boy, and at fishing the other day, there was a boy with the same name, and it was the little child that I had been shadowing when I helped out with special needs at the previous church location. Now grown and fishing off a dock. It was that melted my heart so much. It was so wonderful because I've always wondered um, what happened with him. And it was so cool to see him all grown up. And his mom was there. Mom used to drop him off every time or every Sunday and meet me. So it was so great to see them and just an absolute blessing to be a part of. So everybody had a great time. We went from about 9 till 11:30. Uh, just again, just a really great time, and I'll be doing that for the next I think 4 or 5 more Saturdays. I've got that to do, and I look forward so much to doing it. I haven't walked that much in a long time, so that even felt good. But yeah, it was a great time. It was wonderful, and what a way to spend a Saturday. So after that, I watched some college basketball. Enjoyed doing that, and then Sunday, watched church in the morning. And then in the afternoon, I got to spend it with my buddy Joe Bob. His favorite basketball team played at 2:40, I think. Or yeah, you might have been the noon game. I don't remember. But anyways, his favorite team, the Gators from Florida, um, were playing. They played the early game. Very good, close game, but they pulled it out, and they're a really good basketball team. And then my team, which is the Duke Blue Devils, they played afterwards, and they played a really good game. That's right, 12-10. So it was cool. So he had a set up outside, got to sit outside. I finally got to smoke a cigar yesterday. And that's something that I haven't been able to do until this last doctor's appointment when he said that it would be okay if I did. So it was so nice, especially to do it with Joe Bob, because that is something we, have been doing since we were in high school. So, it's always special you know, to celebrate with friends, and that was a celebration for us. So thanks, Joe Bob. You gave me the cigar yesterday. I appreciate that. So Jendi, good question. How long had it been? So it was easily years. I would say probably 5, somewhere between 5 and 10 years since I hadn't seen him. And gosh, it was, and it was great. It was so great to see him. Oh yeah, yeah. Since we were 18, yeah. Sorry, Joe. My bad. uh, so, so yeah. So Saturday was wonderful. Sunday morning with church and afternoon hanging with Joe Bob was great. And well, then I got home, watched a little bit of TV, and was just scrolling through TikTok. I don't know why it was suggested to me, but like 4 or 5, I saw it was a movie. It was like a 30-second clip of a movie. I'm like, okay, looks good. And I swiped. And then I got another 30-second clip of the same movie. And I'm like, okay, swiped. And another one. Um, South Florida Fair, Maria. So, anyways, the moral, not moral, but the story I'm trying to tell is that I got 4 or 5 in a row. Dade County Fair. Cool. Well, enjoy yourself and have a corn dog for me. Um, the more where I was going with the story is that I got four things in a row for the same movie, just 30-second clips, and I'm like, all right, it caught my attention. So I decided to go on YouTube and just put in the name of the movie, and um yeah, sweets. That's what I felt like I could do. If I would have kept swiping, I felt like that, but I wanted to find it and watch it. So I did. And I found it on YouTube, and the full movie was on YouTube. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna watch it, and I cried my eyes out during that movie. It hit my heart just in a way that hasn't been hit in a long time, and it was an incredible movie. So the movie was called Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. And my goodness, what a movie, what a story. And yeah, I bawled my eyes out. I don't, in case anybody's gonna watch it, I'm not gonna talk about what all the movie was about, but um, it was. I mean, it's not for everybody. I have no doubt. Me. Um, I hope everybody would watch it. Sweets and Beyond. That is the movie. Yep, about a little girl in the hospital and the prisoner. Yep, that is the movie. And wow, what a powerful movie. I think it touched me so much because she wanted to do something for the prisoner, um, that is something I would do no matter what the cost was. I would do with my life. And so, yeah, that movie just, whew, it touched me. I truly was crying till probably 1 o'clock last night, a.m. Sweets, I'm glad you've heard about it. And yeah, what a powerful movie. But just wow. I think the selflessness, the love and compassion for others, everything like that, just absolutely touched my heart. And man, wow. So yeah. So again, Lucy Shimmers and yeah, Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. So it's not the longest movie, maybe an hour and a half, two at the most. Um, yes, yes, sweets, we are. That's okay. I like that. It's okay to be different in ways. That's what makes the world go round. But yeah, great story of um, just a lot of stuff. Family, um, making friends. Even if you don't know somebody, you might be able to help them. God, Jesus is in there, and yeah, just wow, what a movie! It was wonderful. So, William Brooklyn, yeah, Joe can, yeah. Oh, never mind. That's Jendi who said that. I'm sorry. Yeah, Joe, you can tell people I was crying. Although I wasn't at your house when that happened, I was back at mine. But um, William Brooklyn, nice to see you. PP, PP Gate, Petty Dragon Fruit, it's great to see you as well. And last but not least, unless somebody comes in, Health, Wealth, and Hope. Thank you for coming in as well. It's nice to see all of you here and see you again. I was just telling the chat. Um, the reason my weekend started out or ended with me crying is because after I left my buddy Joe Joe Bob's house um, Sunday afternoon, I came home. And I was just watching TV, and then I'm like, let me look at TikTok, see if anything's going on TikTok. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I'm glad it did. It started suggesting a movie for me, and every time I swiped, showed me a different 30-second clip of it, and a different, I swipe again, I get a different 30-second clip, same movie. So I said, okay, fine, I need to go find this movie. It's intrigued me. Let me go see. So I did, and I found it on YouTube. Um, the movie was called Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. And it was so incredible. I didn't talk about what the movie was about. It had so many positive and great undertones in the movie that it was absolutely wonderful. You have no reason to be sorry. Health and wealth. Thank you for what you do. Oh, nice, Sweets and Beyond. Sweets, did you watch this movie with mom? You did. Good. I hope you weren't like me and just bawling my eyes out. I mean, it was it was so emotional for me, and gosh, I just love that. Yeah, Conclave is one that I would like to eventually watch, and I think it's on Netflix, so that wouldn't be a problem to watch that. Sweets and Beyond, you're too funny. There's one Disney movie that makes me cry. A Disney animated movie. There's one that makes me cry. Anybody want to try to guess what it is? It's not Bambi. I could care less about the mom being shot by the hunters. Coco. 100% Coco. Oh my gosh. That movie, Sweets and Beyond, every time at the end, when Miguel is singing to Mama Coco, and she starts remembering. Oh my gosh. Yes. Twins, 100%. What a beautiful movie that is, especially if you've ever had anybody in your family who suffered from Alzheimer's or, just really getting old age. But oh my gosh, that movie every time gets me. Yeah. Oh, I love that. Yep. Yeah. Oh, that's so special, sweets. That is. Yep. So yeah. So the weekend ended. It wasn't sad crying. It was happy crying, but was still crying at the end. Yeah, Jendi, that's so sweet. But yep, Coco. When I see it's on, I'm like, oh man, do I want to do this? Oh, okay. Yep, I want to do this. So, yep, that's a great movie. Good job, Disney. I'm surprised. So, yeah, so that's been my weekend. Um, I said, started out volunteering and having my heart be filled with happiness watching special assisting and volunteering with special needs children, young adults, and adults fishing, doing some fishing out at the lake behind my church. And it was so wonderful. They were so excited. And yeah. Oh, Maria, yeah, you would have a you would love Coco. Um, just with your heritage and stuff like that. It'll probably remind you of a lot of things. Yeah, very cool. Oh, it definitely is Sweets and Beyond. Um, but I went to sleep, so happy because I watched that movie, and whew, it was great. Oh, Petty Dragon Fruit, you're hilarious. The reindeer community will double up coal in your stocking. Poor Bambi. Eh. Bambi's fine. It was her mom she had to watch. Joe, you're a jerk. uh, Sweets, I know you've got moderator power. If you want to block Joe for his sarcastic comment, okay, I'm just kidding. But Joe, that's funny. Just like yesterday, I told Joe we were talking about one of the players on Duke. Big, tall guy. He's from Sedan, like the country Sedan. And Joe's like, I've driven a sedan. I'm like, Joe, you're such a wise cracker. I tell you. Okay, Elemental. All right, Miss Liability, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, uh, I I agree with that. And then Sweets and Beyond. I have not seen Elemental, so maybe that is one where I need to. So, well, if you're suggesting it, we've already determined we have very similar likes, so I guess I'll be watching that. Okay, I'll watch it. Very, very cool. Hey, Miss Liability, welcome in. So, even though it was a sad ending to a great weekend, it really ended up being a great weekend. I hated bawling my eyes out, but man, the reason I bawled my eyes out was absolutely worth it. And again, I recommend that movie anytime. The movie is Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. Very special movie. Just have a box of tissues or a pillow to cry in because probably gonna cry. So yeah, I'm curious. What all did you anybody here do this weekend? Oh, it's a story about fire people and water people, and opposites fall in love. It has a surprise ending too. I bawled my eyes out. Okay, I'm a fire person. I'm kidding. I'm not a fire person. I'm water. Um, Miss Liability. The movie I was talking about is called Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. The movie Sweets and Beyond was talking about is Elemental. It's by Disney. And the one we were talking kind of as a group about was Coco, and that's another Disney animated movie. It is petty dragon fruit, 100%. It is very healthy. All right. So, isn't something broken if you. Oh gosh, Jindy, you're funny. Yeah, somebody needs to fix a pipe. That's the movie. Nice. Thanks for posting that. Which movie was that? Sweets. Oh, Lucy Shimmers. Okay, very nice. Yep. Like I said, I'm not gonna share the plot or anything. but it really focuses around what you can see on the movie poster. If there is a movie poster, it's about a little girl and a convict, a criminal in the hospital. That is what the story, the two main parts of the story focus on. Same for me, Miss Liability. I'm gonna go bring up Disney Plus probably, or whatever. Yeah, I think it's called Disney Plus still. After this, and watch it. William Brooklyn. Does that mean you've seen it? Petty dragon fruit. Oh gosh, it's crazy because I was doing that earlier tonight. Man, huh? Jindy, I didn't know we were the same in that sense. I'm just kidding. Um, William Brooklyn. Wow, yeah, man, that movie. Yes, that movie. It was all right. Cool, Maria. I mean, heck, if I can recommend what I consider a good and wholesome movie to somebody, I'm glad I can recommend it to our group here. And we can talk about it tomorrow. That's your homework assignment is if you watch any of those movies tonight. You know, I'm going to try to get Elemental in, but I'm already familiar with Coco and I'm already familiar with Lucy Shimmers. And Jindy. Oh, I love it. And Miss Liability saying hello to Maria. Well, I mean, that's okay. Unfortunately, it hasn't helped her. Um, Maria, are you still using a butter knife? Like we haven't graduated to a sharp knife yet, right? I'm just kidding. Oh, Jindy. Jindy, you got a what's it called? A endorsement deal? Is that what you got? uh, man, I love you all. I can't stress that enough. From your just your kindness about my cancer journey and the having such a fun, loving community group here is great. Yes. Oh, I like it, Maria. Tell them what you're gonna do. I like it. She's gonna go live and shock everyone with their cooking skills. I will have Dade City Fire Rescue on hold. All right. What are your hats, William Brooklyn? Wait, that made that. Yes, she can boil water. She's great. She can do that, Jendy. Maria cooked last night. Uber Eats and DoorDash and all that doesn't count, right? That's not you cooking. Uh, man, you guys are just, y'all are so wonderful. Ooh, breaded steak, white rice, and French fries. Well, there you go. If I'm gonna, let's see here. I'm gonna say you bought frozen breaded steak and microwaved it, followed by microwave. Well, maybe you bought a bag of rice and boiled it. And French fries, you either did in an air fryer or in the microwave. Am I right? Oh, all right. Very nice. Great job, Maria. Breaded the steak herself. Um, One of the dishes I enjoy, breaded steak. It's anytime I go, we have a place here. It's maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, I love French fries in the air fryer. They crisp up so good. um, but yeah, anytime I go to a place we have called Peepo's here, really good Cuban restaurant. They've got all your typical um, Cuban dishes. I've always been a fan of palomilla steak, but breaded steak is something I absolutely enjoy. And then I grew up in a daycare run by a Cuban lady, so I was spoiled with everything. Um, I was spoiled with everything Cuban as a child, so I have an absolute love for Cuban food. One of my favorite things is yellow rice, black beans, and pork, yellow rice, pork, and black beans. And oh my gosh, that makes me happy. Like I said, palomilla steak's always good. Boliche, get some boliche, and that's good as well. Breaded steak, yeah, breaded steak's good. Anytime you want to throw some garbanzo bean soup at me, I'll take it. Nice. What makes it imperial? But yeah, Cuban food it's got such a great flavor. My summertime babysitter only made homemade chicken noodle soup. Yuck. Sorry about that, man. Oh, two good ones there, Joe. Nice one. Boliche or ropa vieja. Love it. Mmm. Ropa vieja, so flavorful. Yep. Um, Joe Bob, I hate admitting this because Maria might come here and get some lessons, but Joe actually went to culinary school and he was a chef at a couple places and a cook at a couple places. Uh, Joe is still, even though he doesn't do it as a job anymore, he still cooks some incredible stuff. His four cheese mac and cheese is great because every time it's different. It's four cheeses each time, but you don't know which four you're getting, and so it is great. Arroz con pollo imperial. Okay. Um, at one of the fish places I like on one of the carnival ships, they have a crab stuffed lobster imperial, and I love that. But I don't know what makes a dish imperial. Uh, Rice and chicken with mayo and cheese that's baked. Interesting. Joe, I know you're out on that one because of the mayo. Ooh, peepee gate. Got some salmon in the smoker. Mmm. Oh, come on, sweets. You got to have some fish. It's great. I understand, but it's delicious. Well, there's one thing we disagree on because I don't eat all kinds of fish, but I'll eat a good smoked salmon. I'll eat anything that's a flaky white fish. Um, but if it's real fishy, mm, not a big fan. Ooh, red snapper, very nice. Joe Bob, if I'm not mistaken, uh, we have a bridge here in Tampa. Well, not Tampa, it's actually over the bridge. Um, imagine that, a bridge over the bridge. We have a bridge in the area, in the Tampa Bay area, called the Sunshine Skyway. And red snapper, when they're in season, you can catch red snapper fishing from the pier at the Skyway. They also have a lot of sheep's head because they have a lot of pillars. Oh, good question, Jindy. So, oh, there you go. Oh, yeah, I've caught several snapper there. Very nice, Joe. So, yeah, if you ever come to the Tampa Bay area, some people get freaked out by it, some people don't. But the Sunshine Skyway is a beautiful, beautiful bridge. It just goes really, really high into the air. So, that I've ridden with somebody before. Um, and they started panicking when they reached the top. I had to grab the wheel. I'm like, I got this, I got this. So yeah. But the Skyway is, oh, it's a beautiful bridge. It's one of my favorite bridges to drive over. Because from where you're at and how high up you are, you can see all around you, and my goodness. And yeah, that's right. If you don't, well, I mean, yeah, you still have to go over the bridge. But yep, if you can get to Fort DeSoto, just sit out there and watch. It's such a beautiful view at night. They light it up yellow, but now they've got all different colored lights in the in there, so they can light it up. Like the other night, they probably made it green for St. Patty's Day and all kinds of stuff. So it was great. So that's yeah, that it's a great bridge. I love it. Unfortunately, it does have two very negative connotations with it. So the Skyway Bridge that is now is not the original Skyway Bridge. Back in the day, the 80s, I believe, maybe it was the late 70s, but I think it was late 70s. Um, a big old tanker barge type thing crashed into the one of the pylons or into the pylons, and it split the bridge in half. There were cars falling into the Gulf of America, Mexico, Cuba, whatever you want to call the Gulf. Um, so it's cars kept falling in there. There was a school bus that fell in. It was a horrible thing. So that's one negative connotation. Luckily, it's been rebuilt, which is the bridge people drive over now. And they built all these things around it so that it could never happen again. There will never be a barge. Well, there shouldn't be a barge that just plows into it again. So they'll run aground or they'll hit those the things that they have out in the water that are just hard cement, and it'll damage the ship before. Yeah, they are called dolphins. You're right. Before they hit the bridge. So that's one of the negative connotations. The other one is, unfortunately, it's one of the top. Um, when you take your life into your own hands. Bridges out there. I believe it's the top one in the east. Um, but unfortunately, it is one of those that people will jump. But it's almost impossible now. They've put up netting, they've put up barricades, and they've even got, well, not that somebody's going to use them, but there have been people that have been saved before because they used the red phones at the top of the bridge, and the red phones lead directly, once it's picked up, it it's right to the crisis center. And people have been talked down before, but yeah. I did know that petty dragon fruit. Um, I did know that. I don't remember if that was a TikTok thing I learned or if it was. I watch a lot of like animal documentaries and stuff like that. But yeah, they have fun just bouncing it off of each other, like a ball. They're just bouncing the pufferfish over. So I've seen that. Yep, it's the truth. I tell you, our great big world and all the animals and everything in here, the people, animals, whatever, it's just, and I'm sure we haven't discovered everything. I know there's some really deep parts of the ocean that have yet to be explored. I bet you there's some stuff down there. So, penny dragon fruit. Oh my gosh, that's too funny. All right. Well, I'm going to get going because I still have a few things at work to do. And I'm going to go to sleep early tonight. So I hope everybody enjoyed tonight. If you haven't hit the thumbs up button, please hit that thumbs up. If you're here and you're not subscribed, I ask that you help this channel out and hit the subscribe button, followed by the bell to notify you. Put the bell to all, and anytime I go live, you'll get a notification. So, yes, everybody have a good night. Thanks for being here. I'll be live again tomorrow. Don't forget, if you want to watch that movie tonight, I will gladly talk about it tomorrow. It's Lucy Shimmers and The Prince of Peace. So, highly recommended, but you'll be crying. Hey, Jen, thanks for popping in at the last minute here. I'm sorry. Sure, I'll drop the link for you. I'll talk with you for a few minutes. Sweet. There you go. All right.
Hey, how are you?
Well, hey there.
Well, I have a question first off. I am trying to redo a room, and I was asking on a guys, do you see behind me?
I'm kind of seeing the blinds on the right, and I see the door behind you, and I can
I
tell there's something, but I
I'm
can't tell what.
I'm echoing.
Are you?
I'm echoing.
Hmm.
Let me see if I need to wait. Let me see if there's anything else I need to clean. Okay, hold on.
Okay. I was gonna say because
All I
I don't
have
hear.
open is StreamYard, my dear.
Yeah, interesting. Because I don't hear any echo, and the other night we had a problem with echoing. but that person didn't have YouTube muted. So, and I'm only in StreamYard.
Wait, my phone isn't echoing. Okay, I think, is this better?
Yeah, it wasn't even, I couldn't hear the echo.
Okay. What I wanted to do is tell you how proud I am of you.
Thank you. That
I
means a
don't know,
lot.
I can hear the echoing, but I just wanted to tell you how proud I am of you, and I know how hard it's got to go through something like this. Woken up, I'm sorry, and then I saw that you were live, and I always end up missing you.
Well, thank you for sharing that. I mean, that's so kind, so sweet of you. And this is what we do in this room every night. It's all about positivity. Even though I've been given a what'll eventually be a could be a terminal diagnosis. Um, I don't let that get me down. And the people here in the chat, they uplift me every night. And some nights we don't talk about cancer, so it's great. Like tonight we talked about my weekend, what I did on the weekend. Started out amazing Saturday. I volunteered at my church with their special needs ministry, helping special needs kids, young adults, and adults fish at our lake. So we had one bass caught, and we had a bunch of other fish caught, brim and all kinds of stuff. So that was fun. But then I, Sunday, I came home and I got on TikTok, and it's for some reason it started suggesting this movie for me. I don't know why. Um, so I swiped up, and okay, same movie, just show me a different 30-second clip. Swiped up again, same movie, different 30-second clip. I'm like, all right, fine. I get it. You're trying to tell me I need to go see this movie. So,
Right?
yep. So I actually found it on YouTube. Um, it's got a beautiful story, but I bawled my eyes out until about 1:30 a.m. Eastern time last night.
Do you know how many men would actually say that they did that and that, like, on a live, that they would say that they bawled their eyes out to a movie? No man ever says that.
Nope. But I'm authentically me every time. I don't BS. I don't, yeah, I'm just me. And I did. So,
Wait a
yeah,
minute. I'm sorry.
yeah.
People over here are trying to get high off of puffer fish. What is a puffer fish? You can get high
So
off of puffer fishes?
no, dolphins do.
Like,
Uh,
get high, like smoking a joint or something? They get high off of what?
yeah,
Holy
something
crap.
about so the puffer fish is the one that
Oh my
it's
God.
pretty small, kind of looks like a ball, but then they expand,
Right?
and it whatever secretion they have, it makes it makes them euphoric. So what they do is they like bump it with their nose to the next dolphin, who bumps it with their nose to the next one. And yeah, you got a bunch of dolphins getting high in the ocean off of pufferfish.
You kind of wonder about that. I never even thought of that. Man. So where are
But
you? Okay. So where are you at this point right now? Are you doing are you still doing the treatments, or where are you at this point right now with your fight?
yep, great. So I'm 8 months in. March, or we're in March. April will start month 9. I have all my radiation has been done for a little while, but I have additional chemos. Like that's always been a part of the plan. That I'd have 6 extra cycles of chemo. I just finished cycle 5 last week. So cycle 6 will be sometime in um, April, and then I'll be done with all chemo. It'll
Right.
just all my treatment will be this cool cap that I have on my head with all the electrodes,
Right.
um, and uh, immunotherapy, which is something called Keytruda. Oops.
Yeah, I just heard of that. Is that, are they still that's been passed finally, through the
Yep.
FDA. I know for a while they were doing, wow,
Hmm.
Keytruda.
Yep, Keytruda. Keytruda mixed with this thing, which is called Optune, like opportunity, but just Optune,
Right,
um, actually shows um, that they or that it delays any type of tumor regrowth.
right. Do you think they're gonna find a cure for your type of cancer?
I'm very optimistic they will. I hope it's in my lifetime, obviously, but I could die of a heart attack one day. I could die of,
I don't think it
something else. We all could. It's just, when it's your time, it's your time.
Yeah, but
So,
here's the thing, I don't think that you realize how much of an inspiration you are. I mean, you have people that come in here every time that you do a live, and they're there for support for you. But the
yep,
type of, cancer, the illness, I'll say the illness,
yep.
because I don't know how people feel about actually saying that. Is that okay to say cancer
And
or is
here it
illness?
stays. Yep.
Okay. So the type of cancer that you have, um, I mean, it could be maintained, but still it's inevitable that you still like it, you still have the gene. The gene isn't
Yep.
okay.
So,
So
yep. Let me get into that with you.
thank
So,
you.
yep. Well, first of all, hi Daisy girl and Kat. I saw you coming earlier. Hi to you as well. Um, okay, so Jen, the brain tumor that I had was called a glioblastoma. It's a big word. It's the worst kind of cancer you can get, plain and simple. Um, Usually, people who get glioblastomas can live as little as months, um, or some can live years. But what's difficult about the glioblastoma, and my oncologist told me this in my first meeting, is he doesn't worry about what he can see on the MRI. It's what he can't see on the MRI that keeps him up at night. And the reason he says that is because glioblastoma, even though my doctor was successful in removing the tumor from my head, this type of tumor embeds really deep into brain tissue, um, to where you can't see it. Also, it's smart enough to evolve and hide itself from MRIs, any type of scans and things like that. So that's why it's such a bad tumor, because you can never get it all. That's just impossible. So everything we're doing though is to try to prevent it from growing back. But eventually, it will grow back. And when it does grow back, typical span is 3 to 6 months. That lifespan after it grows back is typically 3 to 6 months, but every case is different. So I'm blessed. God has blessed me with an amazing support system. My mother, my church, this YouTube channel has been absolutely incredible. um, People come in all the time and tell me exactly what you said, that I'm an inspiration, and they can't believe how positive I am. And, I know where I'm going when I'm going. So it's a win win either way for me. Um, and so, yeah, it's, it's incredible to have to go through this. And, you know, we take one step at a time. And I'm 8 months now with no signs of anything in my head except a brain. Some people might question that, but
Well, you have a brain. You know, you have a brain. You
I
have a
know.
big brain and a big heart.
I do. Yes. So yeah, the doctor, my oncologist, told me when I was there a week or two ago that for somebody who's 8 months along, I can't be in any better position. And he said, you just there can't be somebody doing better right now at 8 months than you are. And I said, that's awesome. I appreciate you saying that. So, um, so yeah, I feel very positive, and like I said, I'm determined to be an outlier in this. And so he said, based on all the positive factors of your tumor and how you're doing, how you've handled treatment, how great you look, I see you being around for many years to come. So,
What's your
oh,
goals?
yes, exactly. Maria, you're too funny. I deserve it though for making fun of your cooking. you're
That's that's like I don't think she would be too mad about that.
she wasn't. It was funny because she had made some breaded steak and I said, "Oh, did you buy some frozen breaded steak to microwave?" And
Breaded
she's like,
steak.
"Yeah,
I
breaded
knew
steak."
about bread. I never knew about breaded. How'd that
Yeah,
turn out? Not very good.
yeah. You just get a breading and deep fry it. It's like kind of a country fried steak minus the gravy. It's a Cuban way of doing it. It's really good.
I don't know if I would do too well in doing it unless they had a microwave version of it. Because isn't that when they put the breading on it and then they put it in the skillet and they fry it up all golden and stuff like that?
Yep.
Probably
Yep.
not where I am in life either. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be that great. But I just wanted to come up and tell you, like, honestly, I just woken up from a nap and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, he's just freaking signing off again.
No,
Um,
it's okay. I'm glad you asked for the link.
I just adore
And
you,
it was
Patrick.
it
I
was
think
nice
you're
to
cool.
see Clint walk by too.
It's his twin.
Okay,
Clint's
whatever.
got a twin. No, I'm just kidding.
We'll call him
No, we
Flint.
both just love you. And I mean, I just I don't know. You've always been a really, really good friend, and I just want you to know that I've never made Jello. Not Jello I've made. Sorry, I was looking at the thing.
Yeah,
What about the trip?
like
What
going on a
about
cruise or something
what
like
about
that.
the cruise? That's what I cannot wait for them to give you the clear on a cruise.
Yeah, not cleared yet, but it's coming. I can tell you it's coming. Yeah, I can't wait either. I'm so ready for it. And
Sorry.
woo-hoo, I don't want to count my well, I guess I don't want to go too far ahead yet, but my goal is as long as everything is still stable, that in July I would like to take a cruise. So that's when I'm, gonna plan. Well, not plan, but I'm hoping for because July would make the 1 year mark. July 13th would be 1 year from surgery and diagnosis, and only one
That's
percent of
good,
people.
Patrick.
Yep, only 1% of people make a year. So
Are you going to show on your IG all the shows you go to?
I would, of course. I know you love the
I
one that I
do.
showed with all the 80s music and
Oh, yes, I do. Oh,
I
yes, I do. God. Well, I hope that you can go and thank you for sending me the picture. She's just as beautiful as I knew that she
Yep.
would be. Is
Oh,
it
yeah.
okay to put your Cash App on my channel? Yeah, I
Hey,
agree with
that's
I
fine.
everybody calls her Pippi. I call her PP. I agree with PP. I think you will be
Um,
on the no, I know you'll be on the cruise.
I that is my attitude as well. Jen, those are my things.
That's
So
10,
thanks,
18,
PP
12.
Gate. I appreciate that. And yeah, I will.
Well, I love you, and I'm gonna drop down.
Thanks,
I just really
Daisy.
love you to death, and
With you.
I'm sorry that you have to go through this, obviously, but,
Yep.
I think
You
you're
know,
looking at everything in a way that, you just are definitely somebody to look up to and commend because
yep.
you're
Well, and like I said, I've got an army of prayer warriors. I've got an
you
army
do.
of supporters. I've got the greatest mom anybody could ask for who has been by
Mhm.
my side this entire journey, and she's not going to leave it. I've got an amazing aunt and uncle down here. My family, my aunt and uncle from New Jersey, along with my cousins, they reach out all the time. So yeah, I'm so blessed to have the
It's
people in my
not
life.
Pippi, it's PP. I
Pee
call her
girl.
Pee-Pee. I don't know. I love the name Pippi, but I like the name Pee-Pee, and whenever she started coming in, I didn't notice it as Pippi. I thought it was Pee-Pee. So you know how I am. If I get it wrong, I'll just stick with what it is. I just been called her Pee-Pee, and it's probably weird.
You're
But
so
everybody, I guess, called her Pippi, but I'm like, "Oh, Pee-Pee, where have you been?"
yeah.
I'm just a weird ass person, I guess, but I'm gonna
So
go
for
ahead and drop down, but I love you to death,
all
and
right,
if you need
Kim.
anything,
Yeah,
you're a
thanks
friend
for
to
the
me.
encouraging words
Okay.
today. I'm glad I could
Everybody in
answer
the
your
chat, have a
question.
good day, for real.
Yeah, have a
Patrick,
good
I
one.
love you.
Thanks. Yep,
All
love you
right,
too,
take care.
Jen. Bye.
Bye.
All right, that was nice. So, the last thing for those of you who came in late or had just come in, hi Tammy. Yay. Bless Mammy. I should have known by that name. Ah, that makes me so happy. You have no idea. I I absolutely I think you're amazing. You deal with a lot of crap and dealt with a lot of crap, but man, are you a strong woman, and you should you should be proud of yourself. And you've got some wonderful kids who obviously love their mama, and grandkids now. So, and just so y'all know, I don't know, and she doesn't need to put it in there, but blessed Mammy. Um, I don't know what her age is. Doesn't matter to me what her age is. She looks like she's 23 years old, and she is a grandma. So she is a total sweetheart. But and like I said, she's just super strong. She has her own business. I mean, I got she. It was so amazing to meet her. So yeah, 44. You didn't need to put that in there, but I would have never guessed that. Holy crap! You look like you're 20. But yeah, she posts all the time how much she loves her kids, her grandkids, and well, thank you. But so are you. When I met you in our fun little group we had there on the cruise, um, I knew you're a little spunky firecracker there, and it was awesome. So yeah, so I met Let's Mammy on a cruise. We had a group, as you guys know, I smoke cigars, or maybe you didn't know, but I smoke cigars, something I've always enjoyed. So out on the smoking deck, um, um, I'm me and my buddy Bobby, we met this group of people, and we all sat together out there every time. And um, bless Mammy, I got to ask you, did the creep um, that tried to talk to you on the excursion, did he ever try to get a hold of you after the cruise? I've always been curious about that. But she had us as her bodyguards because we weren't. Although, trust me when I say this, if somebody was being a total creep and tried anything, she'd be able to take them. Told you, she's a strong mama. No, and thank God. Good. That, so we would purposely, our group, it was like six of us, we would purposely switch chairs so that she was blocked. And this creepo would go on the other. He was there's our area, and then there was a divider, which is like a walkway, and then another seating area. So he would once we would shift around, he would shift his chair to where he was looking directly at her, and eventually somebody said something to him, and yeah, dude was a creep. But I'm glad he left you alone and didn't try to contact you after. But if you haven't been able to tell, we met on a cruise. And that's one of the best things about cruises, at least for me, because I'll talk to anybody. As long as you're a good person, I'll still talk to you. And she's obviously a good person because we still keep in touch. It's wonderful. So yes, there are so many creeps out there. 100%. She didn't accept that. She um, she could have handled him if she needed to, but mm-mm. We, as the guys, we wanted to protect her and just make sure that that he wasn't any potential harm to her. So, yep. Ooh, weird thing. Okay. If you're on YouTube watching this, there should be kind of in, oh, you don't want to see my big hand. Down in this area here, there should be something like a thumbs up button. Um, it, I'm not 100% sure, but um, on the main page, oh, thank you. Oh, okay. All right. All right. So, for those of you who came in later, who just came in, and uh, one of the things I talked about was I bawled my eyes out last night until about 12:30, 1:30, somewhere in that range. Yep. Thanks, Jen. Have a good night. If you go live, I'll come in and say hi. But anyway, so I bawled my eyes out last night. Um, for some reason, TikTok recommended a movie for me. So I scrolled. I saw a 30-second clip. I'm like, okay, that looks pretty cool. I scrolled, hoping I'd get something else come up on TikTok. And no, it was another 30-second clip of that same movie. Swiped it again. What do you know? A third clip of that same movie. So I'm like, okay, God, I see what you're doing. I need to watch this movie. So I went and found the movie. I actually found it on YouTube. They had the full movie, and I was very, very happy. So, oh, it was such a touching movie. Um, it absolutely touched my heart. Like I said, I was bawling like a little kid because it touched my heart. The story was great. The undertones in there were great. So the movie is called uh, Lucy Shimmers, kind of like Shimmer. Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna spoil it because I know a lot of people are watching it tonight. So if they're still in here, um, all right. Sounds good. If not, I'll talk to you off here. But so yeah, I'm not going to spoil what the movie's about. But the two main characters in the movie are a little girl who's 5 years old and a 40-something-year-old convict. Who meet in a hospital. So yeah. Oh, what are you talking about? Korean Cat, y'all are so popular. I love when you guys are in here, and you always come in here. Lucy Shimmers and the Prince of Peace. There it is. So again, great story, great undertones. Very just very moving movie, and it tore my heart to shreds, but it was wonderful. Hmm. So, yep. Yep. I recommend it. Sounds good, Cree. I told the chat earlier tonight if they watch it, tomorrow night we'll talk about it because I'm sure there is going to be a lot of different feelings from the movie. I mean, it it was so moving. So I already set my TV up to watch Lucy Shimmers. Thank you, Patrick and Sweets, for recommendation. Yeah, it was funny. It came out that Sweets and I had both seen the movie. I just saw it last night. She had seen it before and said the same thing. Yeah, I was bawling my eyes out. So it very moving, very touching, and unfortunately, it may touch some people personally, but sometimes you may need a cry, and crying is healthy. And I did a lot of it last night. And the little girl, I don't know how old she was in real life. I'm going to guess she was around the 5 year age that she plays in the movie. But what an incredible young actress! Wow, she was good. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and in the live for tonight. Um, I thank you all so much again for coming in, and this has been a super uplifting um, live. Jen, it was nice to have you up on panel. Um, you know, I appreciate the kind words you shared, and you know, we're 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 kicking butt with this cancer journey, and I'm always here for anybody when you need to talk. So thank you all so much for supporting me. It means the world to me, and I better get off before I start crying again. So everybody have a great night. Hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and we will meet up again tomorrow for a live show. So God bless. Have a great night.